back. It's been quite a while. I didn't intend to take a whole month off of videos, but here we are. So we're finally back and setting up our planners for August, but first we're going to start out with a little flip through of July. Just wanted to show you the theme that I did in July, which was where the sky meets the sea. So I used a lot of blues, a lot of ocean stickers, a lot of my sky palette washi stickers, and it just turned out really cute and really refreshing for July. Moving forward now, we're setting up August's monthly setup, and the theme that I chose this time was plants and grids, which I know isn't the most original idea, but I have a bunch of these like Polaroid stickers, so thought it might be fun to combine these two. So for the title page, I'm setting up a 5x5 grid lines with a 0.8 pigma micron pen, just because this is a bolder pen and I thought it would stand out a little bit more and look like a wire grid behind the page. And then I'm using a couple more of those Polaroid stickers. Now for the title and for the mini calendar on this page, I wanted to use vellum paper. Finishing up the title page by adding some black grid washi tape to the Polaroid pictures and the title. And now onto the monthly calendar. We're continuing with the wire grid theme. So to make the calendar part stand out from the grid of the background, I'm using my Uniball RE erasable gel pen to make the calendar lines, and I'll continue to use the 0.8 micron for the background grid lines. The calendar boxes this time are a 5x5 dot grid box. Just adding in the wire grid background behind the calendar now. I'll be using more of the vellum paper for the title there, so I made sure to not draw any grid lines behind there. For the titles and the numbers of the calendar and everything, I'm using a 0.3 Pigma micron pen. And then I'm using my Crayola super tip to add a couple little plant doodles to the vellum paper. And I'm still on a shift work schedule, so you'll see me use 3 different markers for the top bars on each of the calendar days. And this just helps me visualize what my work schedule looks like a little bit easier, to have one color for when I work nights, one color for when I work days, and then another color for any of my days off. And right here is where I started having problems. I forgot about Friday and Saturday on the next page, so I just started numbering 1 through 20, which meant that instead of Sunday the 8th, I had Sunday the 6th. Didn't really want to get out the whiteout because markers don't really color well over whiteout, so I just tried to do my best to fix with just my pen, and I still got my dates wrong. So had to fix my fixing. I ended up using some sticker paper, and these are offcuts from when I make my sticker sheets for my Etsy store. So I'm just using some white matte sticker paper. So I just put the sticker paper over the 3 weeks that I had messed up real bad and re-highlighted the tops of them and numbered them correctly, and I finally got that calendar right. And so finally, with that page done, it was time to move over to the other half of the calendar on the next page. I'm working with my pages outside of the book just because it's a little bit easier to use the ruler that way without having to deal with the discs kind of getting in the way. But even though I fixed the calendar, my troubles still were not over. Right here is when I have realized that I marked my grid one space down versus what it was on the other page, so my grid lines do not match up. And then for the rest of the page, I'm adding in another Polaroid sticker, and I'll make sure to link all of my supplies in the description as always. And then I added in the vellum paper for my note boxes, and this month my 2 boxes are for my fall shop update, just listing the products that I'm going to be including in that update, and then my usual monthly goals box. And with that, we are finally done with the calendar page. Flipping over to the back side of the calendar page is my monthly review, and this setup I chose to be really simple. I didn't want to do the grid background behind because I wanted to make sure I had enough writing space to do my monthly reflection. So I just drew a thick border around the outside of the page with the 0.8 Pigma micron pen, and then, the vellum paper title with the little plant doodles on it, and that was it for this page. So then on to the weeklies. This month for my weeklies, I went back to a 2-column spread. And I outlined each of the columns with the 0.8 Pigma micron pen, doing the rounded corners like I did on the monthly review page. And then I highlighted the tops of the day boxes with the same color code that I used on the calendar. So my gray would be my day off, my dark green would be my night shift work, and then the light green being the day shift work. And then I included the mini calendar at the top along with the box for next week, and then my box for my supper menu is on the bottom right. So this weekly took just a little bit more time to set up just because of the borders around the columns, but still a pretty easy weekly setup. And that's it for this monthly setup. Here's the final flip through. Thank you so much for coming back to watch, and I will see you guys in the next video. Bye, friends.